Okay, new information. We got information about sponsors. We got information about Plarium Play payments in China. We got information about all of the Russian moderators being removed from their position in Discord and the Russian Discord being closed down in its entirety. We're going to talk about all that. Let's get going. Okay, so we have new information added on to the previous video. I'm going to break it down in this video right now. You're going to want to stick through all of it because there's a lot of new information. Okay, first and foremost, what I decided to do was go and translate out all of the different announcements, etc., that they have on their Ukrainian part of their Discord to try to figure out if it's the same or different. Well, it is sort of the same, but they took a few things out of the English version. So if you actually go back and you translate the Ukrainian version, they include a line here saying, which are known to the population of Ukraine, including our sponsors. So what they're saying here is that the sponsors recognize what's going on. They didn't mention the sponsors in the previous one. I don't know if maybe they added it in or something, but when they announced it, they didn't go through and start talking about sponsors. That seems new to me. Here, you go through Plarium Play in China. They mentioned the possibility of removing payments from Plarium Play in China. This is something totally new to me. As far as I'm aware, Raid's completely already banned in China. So what I think this is Russians using Chinese Plarium Play basically to make payments in another form of currency that isn't as devalued. I would assume. I don't understand why you're able to take payments from China if the game's banned there. If you didn't know, China has a lot of death-related laws where you can't show skulls and all this other stuff. So obviously Raid Shadow Legends breaks pretty much all those rules right off the bat. So they mentioned China here. Okay, that's a little bit of new information. However, what I want to focus on and primary is, if you look here, this is the Ukrainian portion of the Discord. I thought this was the Russian portion of the Discord. If you look here, they do not have the Russian portion of the Discord. They have removed entirely not only the Russian Discord community, but they removed all the Russian moderators and content creators completely from the game. They've made some, I'm not talking they banned them from the game, they removed them from all of the Discord. They didn't ban them from the Discord, they removed their positions. So the moderators are no longer Russian moderators. They've made statements I went through and translated some of the statements prior on the 10th when they made this decision. Oracle, Cirilla, etc. has made statements. They say the updates are no longer going to be available in the store as well. So even these players who already have the game are basically going to get phased out of the game because they won't be able to update it and won't be able to connect to it anymore. Okay, if you look here, let's see where are some other ones here. Okay, so this is a statement by Cirilla here, where people were giving them shit like, hey, why are you guys using Ukrainian as your official language? And Cirilla is basically just doing a sarcastic answer. From what I can understand, like, hey, weird, we're Ukraine and we're using Ukrainian language. Who would have guessed? So that's kind of funny, makes sense. However, a lot of these other statements are fairly sympathetic. Like a lot of these Russian statements, I went through and translated a good chunk of just what the average person are saying and these guys here. And basically it all boils down to one thing. People are frustrated that for some reason, the average Russian person is having to suffer not being able to access the game, etc., because of the war. I can understand this logic. I can't argue this logic because I'm not the one making the decision or anything. I don't think Moros are where people are making decisions at the moment. Like, I don't believe the concept of removing all the Russians, the Russian Discord and the Russian content creators and moderators and all that is a moral decision. Like, we morally think this is the morally best right. They've said many times it's company policy. I was translating what Oracle said earlier here when people were really giving them shit for their decision of basically removing all the Russians from the Discord. One of the statements he made that I translated said, like, look, we understand there's a lot of people's favorite Russian moderators. Company policy makes it impossible for us to be able to communicate with these people. So there's some kind of internal policy that makes it where Russians and Ukrainians cannot experience communication together without I'm sure there's some form of law getting in the way or something. Like, if you look here, you have no idea how painful it is for us to put this decision into motion. These guys have done a lot for the community, but company policy at the moment makes it impossible to cooperate with Russian moderators. I really hope that the war will end soon, and then we will gladly return everyone's favorite moderators. So basically what they're saying is, we will give back the Russian community. We will give back the Russian moderators. We will give back the ability to log in. That's what they're stating. They're saying they want to be able to give it back, but because of the war, because of company policy, and I'm sure a lot because of the sponsorship that they didn't mention in the English one, but they mentioned one here, I'm sure the sponsorships have a lot to do with it too. Raid Shadow Legends sponsors a lot of people on YouTube. Companies like Coke and Pepsi have all pulled out of Russia, like the big name companies. They don't want to be associated with it. If a Ukrainian-based company is associated with Russia while sponsoring Western people, that's not going to go very well in the economic market. Plarium and Raid Shadow Legends is all about one thing, which is making money for the company that owns the game. Therefore, I would see this as an economic / policy sponsor / maybe potentially legal decision due to the way that they're under military law, basically martial law over there, from what I understand, and the laws are different now, and I'm sure communication between people is part of that. But the fact that they removed Russian moderators, the Russian Discord in its entirety, Russian players are no longer going to be able to even update their game. I mean, guys, this is a really big change. I mean, this is probably the largest change that's going to influence the population of the game that we've seen since the conception of the game. I do think it will recover. This is highly unfortunate because the Russian, I'm getting lots of Russian comments too in my videos. Like, the Russian community is very large. It is a big community. I mean, you can see that in their own statements when they say these guys have done a lot for the community. I mean, they know the Russian community is massive. Like, before I was even making raid videos, there was Russian content creators making raid videos that were sort of the real OG guys. There's a lot of Russian content creators for Raid Shadow Legends also. And all of these guys are sort of being put on axe, put on hold, because you can't interact with these basically Russians at the time there's a Russian versus Ukraine war. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on with the policy. We might see a ban of Chinese payments, which is something I would just mind-blowing to me because I didn't even know they were taking Chinese payments. So that's new. Sponsors are influencing the decision. Makes sense. I guess it's not really new information, but it's nice to see it addressed. And then plenty of these comments from Cirilla, Oracle, all that basically being like, yo guys, please stop with the hate. We're not trying to engage in any Russian versus Ukraine hate drama or anything in the Discord. Everyone's trying to be super polite in the Discord and basically stop these troll wars from happening. And that's about it. That's kind of the whole thing. If you're wondering what you can do to make the world a better place and all that, nothing. You just don't start the war, basically. You just go have your normal day. Don't harass Russian people, and that's about it. It's unfortunate. I'm sorry if you're a Russian player. It's unfortunate for you. You got caught in the crossfire of this one. Kind of sucks. Your game's not going to be able to be updated and stuff. I guess VPN is the one way around it. And even then, I don't know if it works. So I'm sure somebody in the comment will be able to let me know if they VPN their way around it, if it worked. But that's it. That's the breakdown. That's the new news. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe for more of this garbage. And I'll see you on the next update.